It's a frigid morning as you're heading out the door. Happy Tuesday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mackenzie Lake. Let's talk about our full weather forecast. First things first, being exceptionally cold temperatures to start out the morning. This is one of the coolest mornings we've seen in quite some time. 40s and low 50s as early as 7 o'clock in the morning. And take a look at how staggering these temperature differences are. We're measuring in 14 degrees cooler than just 24 hours ago in San Luis Obispo and 10 degrees cooler here in Santa Barbara. So you're likely noticing just how chilly it is outside. We're barely going to warm into the 50s and low 60s. That's because we have two wintry low pressure systems causing our rain chances to spike by the middle of the day. Here's a look at both systems. They're kind of dancing around the central coast, causing some showery conditions along the coastline and causing some wet weather for us by midday. Let's take a look at our future track radar here. So as we cross over into about 11:30 in the morning, we're going to watch out for some of that wet weather to crank up in the Santa Ynez Mountains and inland. We'll watch as these storms develop by 2:30 p.m. Now we're getting those indications that these showers are pushing to the south. So don't be surprised if you run into some wet weather a little bit closer to the evening and afternoon hours near Gaviota, Santa Maria, and even some small chances here in Santa Barbara. We are drying out nicely. Luckily for us, the bulk of the moisture has moved out, but we just stay dry just for one more day. Wednesday afternoon looking pretty pleasant before our next storm system moves back in. Here's a look at our Thursday early morning time frame. San Luis Obispo, Lompoc, and Santa Maria all waking up to wet weather. But notice how this next storm system really pales in comparison to Monday, to last week. We're going to pick up on some heavier showers embedded, especially 8:30 in the morning close to San Luis Obispo. But this looks to be a lot lighter and a lot more minimally impactful than the heavy showers that we saw over the last few days. 4:30 p.m. we're still going to pick up on a lot of activity through the Santa Ynez Mountains. It's going to be soggy here in Santa Barbara, and then as we head through about Friday morning, we're looking to dry out pretty nicely. So because of how cold the systems, these low pressure systems are, today we have our first winter weather advisory of the winter season. Snow accumulations anywhere from 5 to 10 feet. That's very high in the terrain of the 7,000 foot range of the Ventura County Mountains. This will be allowed to drop off by 10 p.m. tonight. And not that you're tempted to head to the beaches, but just in case, until 10 o'clock this morning, a high surf advisory, 7 to 11 foot waves, dangerous rip currents. You'll probably want to save any beach trips to probably next week, maybe a little closer to Thanksgiving, because here's a look at our temperatures. 50s and low 60s, so most places 10 to 15 degrees below average. Look at some of these overnight lows close to freezing in California Valley. We might see some frost and freeze alerts going into effect, so don't be surprised if you wake up to some frost on your windshield, and protect the 3 Ps: pets, plants, and pipes. Have a good day.